Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing first impressions for Initio Atomic Rose, so stay tuned for that. If you like the content, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Atomic Rose was released in 2019. I kind of slept on this one because I'm not a huge fan of rose. I do like Initio as a brand, but not a huge rose fan in fragrances. I like the occasional fragrance with rose, but not that much. I did recently place an order with Lucky Scent, decided to add this one to give it a shot and see what it's all about. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Usually with these dabber ones, I actually like to just dump a little bit on the skin because I find it really hard to get a good, nice distribution, and I want to actually see what this one smells like. So, okay, that is a very in-your-face rose. Oh, there's a lot going on here. So that rose, initially, I got a nice burst of that. It came off a little bit jammy, kind of like the same rose that you find in Noir de Noir. Not as dark, this composition is by no means dark, but the rose, to give you an idea, smells similar right off the bat. I'm definitely getting some fruitiness in there, and something gives me a slight hint of spice. And I gotta say that spice adds a nice touch to it, a nice quality. I think it adds a little bit of a masculine edge. Some people have described this as smelling like Delena, which I actually really enjoy that fragrance and tempted to wear it myself, but I don't know if I could fully pull that one off. But there is definitely a nice sweetness there, and the rose is not as prominent as on that first initial burst. There's a lot of fruitiness coming through. The spice is definitely toning down. So overall, this is also quite a fresh fragrance. It doesn't have that darkness that Noir de Noir does, even though there is a certain quality to the rose right off the bat that smells similar. I definitely get that bergamot as well, and I think the Hedioine is kind of adding somewhat of a syntheticness behind the nice luscious fruitiness and the rose. And there is definitely an overall fresh sweetness to go along with that rose. Now, I do actually find this to be a little bit feminine. I know people have described this as more unisex, but being that it is prominently rose, I think it is definitely a little bit more feminine from my personal taste. This does actually smell really good. I don't know if this is one that, at least off the bat, I would purchase, but I would have to wear this one and revisit it. But it is a nice rose fragrance. If you're a rose fan, this is definitely one you should check out because this does have a nice rose, very nice sweetness, almost a little bit of fruitiness, and definitely has a little bit of freshness too. At least from just this first impression, I can tell you the projection on this one is quite strong. As I'm moving around, there's quite a bit of sillage, so the performance, at least off the bat, is quite good. So I think this is one that's going to perform fairly well, and it would be one that I think is really well suited for the spring especially, but it could easily be worn in the summer too because it's not overly sweet, it's a little bit sweet, has a bit of freshness to it. This definitely would work in the fall, although I don't know that I would wear this in the winter. It probably could work because it does seem quite strong. Anyways, guys, that's my first impression of Initio Atomic Rose. Let me know in a comment down below what you thought of this fragrance. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.